Star Trek Strange New Worlds has an end date. And that's a very good thing. When a beloved series announces its end, the immediate reaction from fans is usually disappointment or outright panic. After all, Star Trek Strange New Worlds has been one of the brightest stars in modern Trek, delivering a blend of optimism, character-driven storytelling, and self-contained adventures that many felt the franchise had lost. Yet, the news that the show has an actual end date, one firmly in sight, might not be a cause for despair. In fact, it's one of the most encouraging signs of the franchise's long-term health. The power of a planned ending. One of the pitfalls of modern television is its tendency to overstay its welcome. Shows renewed season after season without a roadmap often end up spinning their wheels, introducing new characters or conflicts that dilute what made them special. Star Trek itself isn't immune. Voyager felt adrift at times, and even Enterprise only found its footing just as it was canceled. In contrast, a planned conclusion allows the writers to structure a clear beginning, middle, and end, ensuring emotional arcs land with maximum impact. By giving Strange New Worlds a definitive horizon, Paramount is effectively promising fans a story, not just an ongoing content pipeline. Every moment leading up to the finale will have meaning, because the writers know exactly where their characters are heading. Captain Pike's preordained fate already lent the series a bittersweet quality. Now the show's structure mirrors his own destiny, building toward an inevitable yet poignant conclusion. Embracing the anthology spirit. It's easy to forget that Star Trek started as an anthology in disguise. Each week a new planet, a new moral quandary, a new exploration of what it means to be human. Strange New Worlds embraced that tradition more openly than any Trek series since the 1960s, bringing back a Planet of the Week freshness while still weaving long-term arcs for characters like Lon, Spock, and Una. But even anthologies can grow stale if allowed to run indefinitely. The creative energy that made the first 2 seasons of Strange New Worlds sparkle, musical episodes, courtroom dramas, crossovers with Lower Decks, benefits from a sense of urgency. Knowing the end is near pushes the team to take bolder swings, experiment more freely, and leave a legacy of high-quality episodes instead of filler seasons. Pike's story was always finite. From the moment Anson Mount first appeared as Captain Pike in Star Trek Discovery, fans knew his fate. Pike's heroic sacrifice to save cadets, foreseen in a haunting vision, looms over his every choice. This knowledge gave the series an immediate thematic anchor. How does a man live knowing the exact shape of his future? Ending Strange New Worlds on a timeline the creators control allows them to dovetail Pike's journey with the rest of the crew's arcs. Instead of awkwardly stretching out the years before Kirk takes command of the Enterprise, the show can gracefully hand off the baton, enriching the mythology rather than contradicting it. A finite series lets Pike's story be told completely and allows it to resonate far beyond its runtime. Quality over quantity. In today's streaming landscape, content fatigue is real. Franchises stretch themselves thin across multiple spin-offs, prequels, and crossovers. But Trek's longevity isn't built on sheer volume. It's built on memorable stories and characters. Strange New Worlds already stands as one of the best-received Star Trek series of the modern era, in part because it knows what it wants to be. With an end date, the writers can focus on delivering a small set of truly excellent seasons rather than scrambling to maintain momentum across a decade. This also increases rewatchability. Fans are more likely to revisit a show they know maintains a consistent level of quality from start to finish. Think of Star Trek, the original series itself. Only 3 seasons, yet endlessly iconic, strengthening the franchise's future. Counterintuitively, ending Strange New Worlds on its own terms can strengthen the larger Star Trek franchise. By wrapping Pike's story neatly, Paramount can clear space for new ideas, whether that's the long-teased Starfleet Academy series, Section 31 movies, or a brand new crew exploring uncharted territory. If each modern Trek show can have a clear life cycle, audiences can enjoy diverse flavors of Star Trek without burnout. Imagine a future where every few years a fresh series launches, runs a tight 3 to 5 seasons of high-quality storytelling, and then steps aside for the next bold experiment. That's closer to the spirit of exploration than endlessly milking the same premise. A celebration, not a funeral. It's worth remembering that a planned ending doesn't have to feel like a cancellation. Instead, it can feel like a celebration, a promise that the show will go out at its creative peak. The cast and crew can pour everything they've got into the final run, knowing there's no need to hold back for future seasons. And fans, rather than anxiously speculating about renewal, can simply savor each episode as part of a cohesive whole. In some ways, this mirrors the optimism at the heart of Star Trek itself. Endings aren't failures. They're the completion of a